Hi friends, thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I will be recreating this Pottery Barn napkin ring and green vine basket you see pictured here for a fraction of the Pottery Barn cost. I'm really excited with how these turned out, so if you'd like to see the final outcome, keep watching. For the first project, I will recreate the Pottery Barn napkin ring. Now these retail for $26.50 for a set of 4, full price from Pottery Barn, and all of the materials I will be using to recreate this napkin ring I purchased from the Dollar Tree. Starting with this raffia ribbon, I chose the natural color. They also had a variety of other colors, such as this peachy pink color that I was considering using, but ultimately decided on the natural. But they also had a purple, I believe, a green, and a deeper shade of pink. I also purchased these shower curtain rings, this succulent. Now, these do come in a vase, but they can easily be pulled out of the vase to use for the napkin ring. You will also need a pair of wire cutters, a pair of scissors, and a hot glue gun. For this project, I would recommend using a ribbon length of at least 36 inches. Unfortunately, the natural raffia ribbon came in strips of 28 inches, which was a surprise to me. It may have been more like 26 inches, but that was fine. It just meant I needed to use 2 pieces of the raffia ribbon for each ring. So to start, I'm just going to hot glue one end of the ribbon, wrap it around once, and then I decided to add another bead of hot glue just to give it some extra security. And you'll find when working with this raffia ribbon that it does tend to split, and that's fine. One way that I overcame this was just to twist it. And I'm just going to proceed to wrap it around the rest of the napkin ring, and I'm just going to slightly overlap it as I'm wrapping it. Now that I've reached the end of the first ribbon, I'm just going to secure it with some hot glue and trim off the excess, and then I will proceed with using the second piece of ribbon in the same way that I did with the first piece of ribbon. Now to add the succulent, I'm just going to pluck it from the vase and trim down the stem. Now the stem goes right down the center of the succulent and kind of holds the leaves in place. So I'm not going to trim it too short. I'm going to leave a little bit of length on it and just push it upward to make it flush with the bottom of the succulent. And I'm just going to secure it to the napkin ring with hot glue and holding it in place for about 10 seconds. To make it a little more secure, I added a small bead of hot glue to one leaf on each side, securing it to the napkin ring. And here is the finished product. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks so much like the Pottery Barn original, and yet I only paid a couple dollars. For the second project, I will be recreating this Pottery Barn green vine basket. This retails for $59 regular price at Pottery Barn, and I'm going to be using products from Michael's and the Dollar Tree to recreate this for a fraction of the cost. For this project, I'm using a basket that I already had on hand but wasn't using, and I thought it would be perfect for this project. You could find a similar basket at a thrift store for a really affordable price. I'm also using this brown colored floral moss I purchased from the Dollar Tree and some green moss that I had on hand already from Michael's that I had purchased a few weeks ago. You will also need a glue gun for this project, and that is everything you need to recreate this. Now I will be applying moss to the entire basket except for the interior and the very bottom of the basket. So I will be putting moss on the sides and the handle, both the top and underside of the handle. And I will start by breaking apart all of the moss, starting with the brown moss. I first will be gluing all of the brown moss on, and then I will move on to the green moss. I only use one packet of the brown moss from the Dollar Tree, and I did need 2 packets of the green moss that I purchased from Michael's. Now all I'm doing is putting hot glue directly onto the basket and pressing the moss onto the hot glue. It is that easy, guys. This has to be the easiest do-it-yourself project. Just be careful not to burn your hands because the hot glue does get pretty hot. And I liked how this turned out with mixing the brown and the green colors. I felt like it gave it more of the vine look that the original Pottery Barn basket has. I should mention that this project gets pretty messy, so make sure that you put paper down on your table space that you are working on to collect all of the fallout from the moss. For the final step, I'm going to use scissors to trim off any excess moss that is hanging, just to give it a more uniform look. And here is the final product. I am so happy with how this turned out. It was so easy to make and again cost far less than what I would have paid at the Pottery Barn. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I would love to have you. But have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.